So after a bit of debate, and obviously it's been a while since I've actually done some YouTube videos. Well, I haven't uploaded for a while, but that's going to change anyway. Unfortunately, I had a bit of an issue where my motherboard and my RAM simultaneously had problems. This was the RAM that was pretty much giving me the problems, or the issues, these two sticks, but I also think that my other two sticks are having issues as well, because they're lagging the computer from time to time. So what I've done is I ordered a whole new batch of RAM, which is Kingston HyperX Fury RAM. I'm waiting for that to come in the mail at the moment, which is pretty much, this stuff for the moment is just, I'm going to use it for the time being. But aside from that, that was giving me issues. The other thing that was giving me issues was my motherboard. I sent it back onto warranty, which is great. That's good. I was getting blue screens. I was getting a lot of different issues. Blue screens combination. I was getting issues with my RAM and issues with that, and you know, all combined into one basically to sort of hit things from different directions. So I got a new motherboard because I didn't want to have to wait weeks and weeks to get a motherboard basically. So this is the motherboard that I ended up actually getting. It's a 990 FX gaming motherboard, which is actually an AM3 for certified board. It's got steel bracketing. I think you can actually see it on the picture, but it's got steel bracketing on the actual system itself, like the actual for the cards and everything else, or your PCI cards or your video cards and everything else. It's got steel bracketing. It's got USB 3.0, 3.1, which is the new standard. It's also got an M.2 SATA slot as well, so I can put that in. It's like a chip drive, which you can just plug a chip drive in pretty much, which is great. Hold on a second, my camera's about to go flat. I will be right back. So it's got an M.2 SATA slot, which is directly linked into the PCI Express itself. It's got a couple of new features as well, and something, gaming features specifically because it's a gaming board. It is the 990 FX Gaming G1 Gaming or AMD motherboard. So what else did I do? It's got a killer LAN, which is an Ethernet E2200, which is the Bigfoot LAN, which is quite cool. That runs pretty well. I'm doing pretty well so far with maintenance. That's pretty smooth lately. It's also got changeable amps as well for the onboard audio, which is, I think it's still Realtek anyway, but that's okay. It's got SLI features. It's got a DAC up feature, which is an extra feature you can change out. It's got basically it's got a ton of features on it, and you can take up to 4 DDR3 on the memory and everything else, things of that nature. 8-channel HD audio. Yeah, I mean it's basically it's a gaming board, so it's designed to do more designed to do gaming than my last board was, and I can still do all my other stuff if I want to, all my editing and everything else and stuff of that nature. So that shouldn't be a big issue, but it's more of a gaming board and it's more designed for that purpose. I looked around. I looked at the I think it was like, what board was it? The board that I actually looked into before that was a it was a very specific board. It was the Asus Republic of Gaming board, which I was thinking about getting, but I thought, fuck it, no. This one was brand new technology, so it's got some of the new stuff that is coming out with a lot of the newer boards, and it's specifically targeted towards gaming. So I thought, what the hell? Why the hell not? I mean, it hasn't got a massive amount of features, but it's still got the durability, much like my old board, which was an Asus Sabertooth. My Asus Sabertooth was having some issues, so obviously I'm waiting for them to send it back. Well, sorry, not send it back, but send a new one back, because I pretty much sent it back on the warranty. But I wanted to get a new board anyway, for now, you know what I mean? Because I didn't want to have to wait weeks on end, because I probably would have had to wait weeks on end for the board to come back. So I thought, fuck it, I'll just get one of these new boards. Which, as I said, I haven't, since I've got this new board, and I mucked around with the memory and everything else, I haven't been having as many, well, I haven't practically had, I think, one blue screen in total, that's about it. And to be honest, I think it's mostly related to, I think it was a little bit related to my RAM, to be honest. I couldn't clock, this is supposed to be 1866, but I couldn't clock this RAM up. I tried clocking it up, I did try, but this RAM for some reason would not clock up. When it had all 4 slots full, it would not clock up properly. for some reason. Not sure why, but it wouldn't. So what I thought at the end of it is, bugger it, I'll just replace it with all the Kingston RAM and I'll try a different brand. Because this is Corsair, Vengeance RAM, which there's nothing wrong with Corsair, don't get me wrong, but I thought I'd try Kingston just for a change, try some of their gaming RAM and see what they're like. I might have better luck. You never know. As I said, from what I can tell, it was the board combined, because there was other things I was having, there's other issues that I was having with my there's other issues I was having as well with my old motherboard. Certain USB items would work, some would not work. It was a combination of that. And ever since I switched to the new board, I haven't had those issues. I've mostly had lag issues, and I think it's related to the sticks sort of being a little bit off anyway. So that's what I thought, buggered, I'll buy a whole new kit of 32 gigabytes, mainly because I want to match everything up. I don't want to have to buy and try to match these to the ones in there and things like that. I'll buy a whole new kit. It's easier. And it's gonna work better for me in the long run, to be honest. So at this point in time, I'm sort of stuck between a rock and a hard place. I want to do some uploading, I want to do some streaming, but I can't really do it up until the point that I get all the RAM in my system and I get everything fixed up. Once I get all that stuff fixed up and everything's working, it should be fine. It's just at the moment I'm sort of stuck waiting for the RAM to be delivered, pretty much. I'm getting it from overseas, the RAM, but yeah. As for the RAM, the original RAM that I got here, yes, I think this stuff does have a lifetime warranty, but to be honest, I actually think I got this from overseas. I got this from America, so the warranty would not be honoured. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the warranty would not be honoured on this, to be truthful. So I'm pretty sure I got the whole batch from America, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'd have issues trying to get warranty on this RAM specifically, even if it was a lifetime warranty. I don't have issues with the motherboard because I bought the motherboard in Australia. That's not a problem. I bought the motherboard in Australia. I can get the warranty on it. It's got like a 3-year warranty. Now, same goes for this board as well. If there's any problems with this board, it's got a warranty as well in Australia, which I'm not sure. I'm not actually sure what the warranty period is for this, to be honest. Maybe a 3-year warranty? It probably has a 3-year warranty. I'm sure of it. But yeah, I mean, there's a ton of technology. It's got solid capacitors and everything else. It's a gigabyte board, and gigabyte's not a bad brand name by any means. My two graphics cards are gigabyte, so I haven't had any major problems with that. But I had to go for a lot of testing to determine that it was both my motherboard and my RAM, because I sent my motherboard back, got that one, and started working with things. And for some reason, when I first got the first day I got the new motherboard, this RAM wouldn't clock up to the correct speed. And I couldn't work it out. I'm like, what the hell? What's going on? Because the weird part is, on my old board would let the RAM clock up correctly. It would let it clock up to 1866. So, as I said, I did run initial tests on this, but it didn't seem like there was any... It's a funny intermittent fault, because sometimes it would happen, sometimes it wouldn't. And it just seemed to come and go at regular intervals. Which was rather annoying and did piss me off, to be truthful, because I couldn't work out what the hell was causing it. And as I said, I put it down to the motherboard, so I replaced the motherboard, that's fine. I've got no more blue screens or anything of that nature, that's all gone. Even the blue screens I had involved with my NVIDIA drivers are gone now, which is great. Because I did have some blue screens too, which involved my NVIDIA drivers. But now those are sort of vanishing into the woodwork, and I'm like, yay, thank fuck! Because it was kind of really fucking annoying me and driving me crazy, trying to work out what was going on. But anyway, the point is, I'm replacing the RAM. So at this point, I'm replacing the RAM, replace the motherboard. Motherboard's doing quite a good job. No blue screens, just the occasional lag and freeze and the program's not responding sort of thing. That's what I've had mostly of late. But I want to see if I can. Fix that pretty much by replacing the entire kit, because I want to match the kits to. I want matching sticks, all matching sticks. I know if I try to get the same type of RAM from this time, it's going to be different timing, it's going to be all over the place. What I want is all matching stuff. If I can match everything up, I will be absolutely happy. That's my point. So what I've done is, as I said, I've got some matching sticks. I'm getting those from Hong Kong, I believe, which is not so bad. I might be able to get warranty on those at a later date if I need to. So yeah, I've kind of been mucking around with that. I've been doing some repairs on and off as well. I did some repairs at. Like I said, let's see. I did some repairs at. Repairs. Okay, so this week I've been doing a couple of repairs. I've done a repair and upgrade on my laptop. Upgraded to 3 gigabytes of RAM. I would have had if I'd had the extra 2, I would have made it 4. But also upgraded to Windows 10. Also had a computer from other people. Oh, sold a laptop as well. Hopefully I sell the desktop this week. Sold my laptop. That's pretty much gone now. That's good. Plus side, just thumbs up on that one. The other one was the desktop. So at this point I've got the desktop. I'm trying to sell that. Hopefully I should sell it this week, which is great. That's cool. No problem. I can do that. Well, hopefully I sell it this week. I don't know whether I necessarily will. But in between that, I've basically just been waiting for my system, or pretty much waiting for them to redo. What was it? Well, I'm putting up my advertisements and everything else of that nature. I've been doing stuff and just trying to test my computer to see if it works, And as I said, these RAM issues cropped up, which was rather annoying, to be honest. And that RAM is going to go out anyway, and I'm not worried about that RAM anyway. At the end of it, it's going to be me putting my new RAM in next week, hopefully next week, or if not next week, sometime this week. I'm hoping it arrives sometime this week, but I can't guarantee that because of the fact that it's coming from Hong Kong or China, sort of thing. So that area, there's no way to tell how long it's going to be. It probably might be 7 days, it might be less. It might be 15 days. It just depends. In between that, I've been trying to basically keep myself busy and keep myself focused on what I want to do, which is, of course, in the long run, expand my business. Which it's been a bit quiet, but I've also been a bit stressed about my phone company. My phone company, IONET, has been overcharging me excessively and causing nothing but billing issues and causing me nothing but grief and just driving me fucking crazy in the sense of, just billing. They've been charging us way too much. So I ended up reporting them to the Ombudsman because I was just sick of it. I had a gut full of it, and I had 3 months worth of them trying to cancel services that were supposedly meant to be cancelled. They were meant to be cancelled at the beginning to start with. At the beginning, firstly, up past where the 3 months was. I mean, that's my point. It was meant to be done then. It was meant to be fixed up. It was meant to be kicked in the arse. It didn't work out that way. Never worked out that way, apparently. So, at the end of it, they pretty much fucked me over and they fucked my dad over. Because, as I said, it's a combination. Me and my dad share bills and everything else. And, as I said, it was just ridiculous, the fact that, they're fucking taking the money out. They were literally taking the money out without permission, sort of thing. Well, they're allowed to take money out for a reasonable amount of bills. But then they turned around and claimed that the $89 phone/internet plan that we were paying for, or supposedly going to pay for, didn't exist. It either didn't exist, or what the plan was that we were misinformed and told about a plan that doesn't exist anymore. Now, I know for a fact because I've been on their website, it was a while back. It was $89, so that's $89 a month. $89 a month, and it was supposed to be phone and internet together, basically mixed in. Now, for $89 a month, as I said, that's what we were meant to be getting, supposedly. We didn't get that. Correct me. They said that was not the plan that we were doing, and it was going to be a lot more expensive. We're going to add another $29 on top of it. And I'm like, well, what the hell? We were told $89, I think it was $89.95 or something of that nature. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, what in the fucking world is going on here? I mean, this is the plan that we were told we were supposed to be on. They misinformed us. They didn't give us enough info. On top of that, they told us they'd waive the setup fees, which was originally what I was told. Then they kept on calling them over that period of that 3 months to try and fix all these problems. And every time I called them, and I even got a recording of it, I've got recording and evidence to prove that, you know, as I said, every time I run them up, that it seems like the problem can never be fixed. And then my dad rings up, because basically I just got sick of talking to them, to be honest. My dad rings up and he goes, okay, what's going on here? Why am I paying so much freaking money? Why am I being billed into oblivion, virtually? Because you idiots can't work your shit out. And we didn't necessarily say that, but I mean, he just turned around and said, well, obviously you're not doing your job properly. And, look, I'm sorry, but that's pretty clear to me that they weren't doing their job properly. I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, okay, hold on a second. How can you run a company the way they do, especially with the fact that they're double dipping into some of their customers as well? I know that for a fact. And there's a shitload of billing errors. If you check out the actual product, www.productreviews.com.au, if you check out that site, it will actually show you what they do to what they've been doing to their customers, a lot of the different reviews and stuff, and the shit that they've ended up, dodgy crap I'm talking about, dodgy stuff that you shouldn't do as a telco. I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, what the fuck? I mean, seriously, like, I'm sorry, but it kind of makes me scratch my head in amazement that, you know, they've been doing what they've been doing, and I'm just like, wow, really? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Now, I don't know, at this point, I can't really do much about them up until the point, as I said, I've reported to the Ombudsman. The Ombudsman is supposed to be sorting it out for us. They said if they don't contact us by a particular date, then we can escalate it. So that's fine, no problem. Put the report in, because I had a gutful of having to talk to them. It was like bouncing my head on a brick wall every time I talked to them, because I couldn't seem to get through to them that this is what we wanted. We needed money credited back to us because obviously there'd been some overcharging and overbilling, and just driving me potty. Anyway, that stressed me the fuck out. That stressed my dad the fuck out. At the same time, it made me feel like crap. All right. On top of that, not just, I mean, it made me feel like crap, made my dad feel like crap, and just, you know, just on top of that, just drove me fucking nuts. Now, I walked away from it and just went, fuck it. Look, I couldn't handle talking to them anymore, because the truth is the level of incompetency that I was dealing with was ridiculous. So, but this is pretty much RAM. Well, yeah, pretty much Corsair Vengeance RAM and everything else. That's my motherboard, which, you know, just sort of box, which it's obviously on the inside of the computer. But I mean, it's got a lot of different features too. It's got an on and off switch on the actual motherboard, so it's also got an LED indicator to actually indicate what's going on with the board as well for diagnostic purposes, which is a lot better than my old board. There's a lot of good features on it, put it that way. So I did like those features, to be honest. Since then, I've just been trying to keep myself busy and trying to keep my mind focused. Aside from keeping my mind focused, I've been trying my best to sort of do things properly, but I mean, at the same time, I've been fairly pissed with the way that Ironade handled everything, and I was having a fairly stressful week last week, and there's just a few things that stressed me out. I was having a couple of issues with clients' PCs and stuff, and then all of a sudden, bang, everything started to work, and everything started to go in the right direction with the clients' PCs, so that was good. Before that, well, I removed the password for a client because he'd forgotten his password apparently, so reset the password, all good, that's fine. What else did I do in between that? I've had a couple of clients on and off, basically virus detection, things like that, you know, cleaning out a system, building computers and stuff. As I said, I built my not my personal, but my recondition builds that I did, so yeah. But, I don't know, as I said, it just was driving me fucking nuts, to be honest. It was absolutely driving me potty about Ironade, and I couldn't work them out, to be truthful. I don't know. I think they've got their own issues, but whatever those may be, it shouldn't affect your customer base. It shouldn't affect people who are trying to do the right thing, who always pay their bill on time, and always do the right thing by the company in most cases. All right. As I said, it kind of pissed me off, to be truthful, because I couldn't work out their bullshit, some of the bullshit excuses that I come up with anyway. Um, in between that, basically I've been trying to keep myself busy. I also cleaned up my workbench area a little bit as well. Worked out some stuff on my laptop and everything else. I do a couple of reboots and stuff. I've still got a couple of things I've got to install back on my laptop. But I was using my laptop for a while because my desktop was out of commission for about a week because I had to wait for this motherboard to come back in. Which, this had to be ordered in because it was a specialty item in question. Had to be ordered in, which is not bad. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm quite happy to order it in. That wasn't the issue. I ordered it in, so yeah, that was good. Power supply that I got, which is the new power supply that I ended up getting. First, initially, I did think things were related to the power supply, but as I said, I think the power supply has helped because the things look pretty damn stable at the moment. I think my power supply was still having a couple of issues, but I'm using my power supply at the moment, my other power supply that I had previously in my system, in a lower powered system, just to see, because I want to run a few more tests on it. But I thought I'd buy an extra power supply just to kill that stone, basically, just to make sure it wasn't a power supply. And after a few weeks of just testing RAM, testing all the different components that I could find, initially I thought, it might have been my video cards, and then I determined it wasn't my video cards. It was memory management. So it was sort of it related to memory management, but these funny errors would come up with different things and as I said, since I've got this new board, I haven't got those blue screens anymore. None of those blue screens have popped up. None of them have come up. My computer's been able to sit here for hours on end, just doing what it usually does, which is great, of course, as I said. But clearly something was not right. Clearly the system was not working correctly. So at the end of it, I do know there was definitely something wrong with that board. My power supply, as I said, my RAM, my power supply, my RAM and my motherboard seem to be the two things that were causing major issues. Power supply, I mean, that's okay. I replaced it with the same type sort of power supply anyway. It's actually a little bit better rated. It's got a little bit more of a system. It's a little bit smoother. On top of that, it's a little bit neater inside my case too, which is good. At this point, it was just annoying because a few things came up, as I said. Initially, I thought it was this. Initially, I thought it was that, and it was confusing because it would randomly spit out error codes for different pieces of hardware. Now, the problem with that is that that's actually an indicator of power supply problems. If you actually look online at some of the diagnostics that people have done, which shows that that's actually some of the indicators that your power supply is having issues or is in the process of having issues. Now, see, that was the problem. I initially thought that. So I'm like, okay, cool, replace the power supply. Replace the power supply. The issues still were there. But it was random pieces of hardware that were spitting out error codes. As I said, I thought it might have been a driver. Okay, drivers are drivers, but I mean, Jesus, it shouldn't copy up as much as it is. Now, at the end of it, I worked out, fucking must be the motherboard. There can't be anything else that it would be, you know what I mean? As I said. Then, well, I replaced the motherboard and the blue screens went away, that's great. But then, trying to clock my RAM up, my Corsair RAM, it would not clock up. With these two sticks in, I could not get my RAM to clock up to the right speed. When I took two sticks out, I left two sticks in there, I could get it to clock up to the right speed, but then I had lag issues, which is related to, as I said, from what I can see, the lag issues I was having are related to the RAM that's in there. So I thought, bugger it, I'm just going to replace the entire fucking lot of sticks, save the argument, just replace the entire lot of sticks, even though it's going to put me out a bit in the cash department. I didn't mind replacing the entire lot of sticks. I was going to replace it with the most compatible RAM I can find, which is Kingston HyperX Fury, which is the stuff that I was going for. It's just got heat sinks and everything else like this, like the Corsair does, which is cool. As I said, I replaced all that. I mean, about the only thing I have not replaced in this computer is the hard drives and the video cards. And maybe the the DVD, Blu-ray drives that I've got in the top. But no, everything else, as I said, what I can tell, those blue screens have gone away now. I just have lag issues, lots of lag issues. I mean, tons. Lag issues are driving me crazy, to be honest. And I think once I get this new RAM, set everything up, I should be fine. Should be perfectly set in where I want to be. So at this point in time, I've had a lot of fiddling around, a lot of fiddle fighting around trying to find out exactly what was going on. Replaced a few components because, as I said, it was hard to pin down exactly, because sometimes it would say it was this piece of hardware, sometimes it would say it was that piece of hardware, and the problem is I could never tell which piece of hardware it was. And it was very hard because of all the blue screen errors, and I googled all of the blue screen errors and everything else and just went, fuck, like, what the fuck? What the hell is my fucking computer having a fucking midlife crisis or something like that? I mean, it felt like it. So, what I ended up doing is, at the end of it, I replaced a few components, obviously. And hopefully we should be all set when I get my new RAM. I don't foresee it being anything else because everything else, I haven't had any blue screens or anything of that nature lately. That's all been good. That's all been pretty set up pretty well, and you know, I haven't had random blue. I've been able to watch videos. I've been able to do all the stuff I want to do that I normally do on my computer. Whether it's chatting online, watching videos, even gaming. I could even do gaming, so gaming wasn't an issue. Even with the fact that I've only got 16 gig in there at the moment. As I said, we'll see how it goes. But so far, I'm pretty amenable to what I've fixed up so far, and system seems to be working pretty well. As I said, half my issue was just finding the faulty components and the issues that I was having. As I said, I don't regret not buying the gaming board either because it was quite a good investment, I reckon, for the future. Also, it's got a better LAN than my last one. In the sense of like reliability of the internet, you know, well, not just the internet, but reliability in general with the internet and things of that relation. Like Killer LAN, which is specifically designed for gaming itself, so you know you're not going to lag out when you're doing games and playing different things and doing stuff of that nature. It's been quite good. On top of that, Skype and anything else they use on it is spectacular as well. It works quite well. It's actually pretty cool. So eventually I will, when I get the rest of my new RAM, when I get it, I will get back to doing my YouTube videos. Which this is sort of a preload to it because I haven't quite started doing it, but hopefully when I get back to, you know, as I said, I'll be in the process of doing it and everything of that nature. I can't really do it now because I am having slight lag issues when I do certain things. I think it's mainly because of the amount of RAM that I use. On top of that, for my video editing software, it does chew up a fair amount of RAM. And some of my other programs do as well, so it's probably the reason I'm getting a bit of lag as well. So, alright, thank you very much, YouTube. Catch you at a later date, obviously. And as I said, I still have videos to upload, so stay tuned. Hope you enjoy my videos. Like, favorite, and subscribe. Thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't. And of course, as per usual, please feel free to skip around and just have a look at some of my stuff. I have my eBay auctions, my Gumtree stuff. If you're interested in my repair services, of course, and you know all the other stuff. Okay. Anyway, thank you very much, and catch you YouTube. Bye.